Kentucky are giving an update on a UPS cargo plane crash near Kentucky's Louisville International Airport. It crashed upon takeoff and ignited this large fire there you see on the ground, leaving multiple people injured. Officials are giving a press conference right now. Let's listen in.
p.m. Eastern Time tonight, UPS Flight 2976 from Louisville, Kentucky to Honolulu, Hawaii, an MD-11 with 3 crew members on board was involved in a catastrophic crash here in Louisville adjacent to our airport. UPS will be releasing more facts as available. The National Transportation Safety Board will be in charge of the investigation and will be on the scene shortly. They will be the primary source of the investigation as it continues in the days and in the weeks ahead. I can confirm that there was no specifically hazardous cargo on board of the plane that would create an environmental issue for those around the site, but the impact and where it impacted could create those types of situations. So please, if there is a shelter in place, follow it.
Wow. I mean, look how massive that fire is. Look how many fire trucks they have putting water on this fire. I mean, it had to have hit something that was, you know, gas related, or some building, or, you know, the fuselage of a plane could explode massively. But I wouldn't think that it'd be such a fire that it'd be that big and it would take that many firefighters to fight it off. Standardly, if a plane, you know, crashes or explodes, they have a team, you know, their own fire department on site at the airport standardly, and they're able to put it out. But this fire is massive. They have, as far as I can see, at least 8 fire trucks billowing water into this fire. So it is a massive, massive fire.
Other agencies involved that are at the scene or available: the Kentucky National Guard, Kentucky Office of Homeland Security, the Louisville Fire Department, the Lexington Fire Department, the Bardstown Fire Department, the Shepherdsville Fire Department, Louisville Emergency Management, the Fern Creek Fire Department, Pleasure Ridge Park Fire Department, Fairdale Fire Department, Anchorage Middletown Fire Department, Jeffersontown Fire Department, Airport Police Department, Louisville Metro Police, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, St. Matthews Police Department, Shively Police Department, KSP, Louisville Metro EMS, MSD, Louisville Gas and Electric, Kentucky Emergency Management. Again, we have virtually every single fire, police, and emergency response group that is responding right now to what you're seeing. At this time, we've got some initial numbers, but let me tell you, I expect them to grow. Right now, we believe we have at least 3 fatalities. So I believe that number is going to get larger. We have at least 11 injuries, some of them very significant, that are being treated by local hospitals. Again, I think that number will get larger. There is a victim family reunification center being set up at the Louisville Metro Police Training Academy. That is 2911 Taylor Boulevard. Victim services personnel will be on site and on location for anyone who needs information. The United Way is also offering shelter to anybody that's been impacted. You can call them at 502-376-6617.
Is anybody scared yet? Is anybody scared yet? I mean, with all of the plane crashes and all of the plane incidents that we've seen over the course of the last couple of months, are you scared yet? With the whole situation with the TSA members not, you know, getting paid because of the government shutdown or not showing up to work. So there's super duper lines. I watched a show this morning that was talking about how the lines over at the Houston airport were like 3 hours long because TSA members are calling off work. So airports aren't being manned correctly. All kinds of crazy things are happening when it comes to our airports, our airplanes. And then on top of that, we're talking about UPS. I mean, UPS has just let go a massive amount of its people. We have to understand that, I mean, they've got to be under massive stress, and then the situation with them crashing a plane is just going to make their situation even worse. So are our airways safe anymore? Are our airports safe anymore? Are you just gonna get stuck there in line for 3 hours because no TSA members are working? Or are you going to be in an incident where you could possibly lose your life because a UPS plane crashed at the same airport that you're at? These are all things that are meant to and are doing a great job of scaring the mess out of people from flying. This is right before the holiday season. It is so crazy to me how many overtly horrible things are happening right before the holiday season and just right in our faces. The government shutdown, people not getting their SNAP benefits. I mean, it goes on and on. All of the massive firings, Amazon, UPS, GM, Meta. Why are all these things happening right before the holidays? Right when people need to or want to feel happy about what's going on in their lives, and they're dealing with deaths and plane crashes and unemployment and lack of the ability to eat. It's a crazy time, guys.
Updates on the operation of the Louisville International Airport will be shared after we're completed here around 8:15 via press conference with Louisville Emergency Management. Right now, we believe that the main area hit consisted of 2 businesses, though we know there were more businesses impacted. The first is Kentucky Petroleum Recycling. We are seeking more information, but it looks like they were hit pretty directly.
I think that explains the massive fire if it's Kentucky Petroleum. And if they have any inkling of storage of any petroleum on site, that would kind of explain this massive, horrible fire that we're seeing right now.
The second is Grade A Auto Parts. Grade A has been in contact. They've accounted for all of their employees but 2, but they do not know how many other individuals, customers, or others could have been on site at the time. Because of the nature of these facilities, it may be some time before we can account for everyone or know that no one else was on the grounds. They're going to provide us with descriptions of the 2 missing employees soon. Again, there's no direct information about non-employees who were there at the time. The radius for the shelter in place has been adjusted. It is now anything north of the
And we are following this press conference out of Kentucky now. They're giving an update on the UPS plane crash that happened earlier this evening. We're told at least 3 people are dead from this crash, 11 people confirmed injured. That number is expected to grow. This crash happened just outside the Louisville airport in kind of an industrial business park. We're told multiple businesses were in that area, and it crashed and left this gigantic fireball. That plane was full of fuel as it was headed to Hawaii. We're told 3 crew members were on board. We're going to stay on top of this breaking news and give you the very latest as more information comes out of Louisville, Kentucky, of that UPS plane crash there.
Man, I mean, it's our prayers go out to the people who've lost their lives and all of the other people who they haven't even established that have lost their lives. Our prayers go out to all the people of Kentucky, because it's going to be impactful in many ways. It's going to impact the airport there. Not only, will this have to put it in some position where, flights are going to get canceled. People are not going to be able to get where they need to go, whether it be business or going back to home to visit family. And mind you, it's only a couple of weeks before Thanksgiving. And this is just one of those situations where it puts you in the mind of, is flying even safe anymore? How many times did we, over the last, I would say maybe 4 months, 5 months, have we seen crashes, incidents with helicopters and airplanes? And then when it comes to the airports themselves, they're going through a crisis, specifically because of the government shutdown, where TSA members are not going into work because they're not getting paid. So they're just taking that time off. And it's, creating massive lines at these airports and massive situations where people are missing their flights. And this is just going to make it worse. This is just a situation that's going to make it totally worse. I don't know, guys. It's one of those things where we keep seeing all of these horrible, horrible things happen. I mean, it's been such a memorandum of, you know, crashes and unemployment and, you know, lack of ability. And we have to realize that, you know, truthfully, we have to realize that it's more that we are getting shown these things, more access to such things, specifically with the airplane, you know, crashes. I fairly to believe that prior to this time, with all the plane crashes that we've seen lately, there's been plane crashes. They just weren't all over the news. But now the way the internet is and social media and everything else, we know about these things immediately. And I don't know if it's a situation where we have to just decide that or realize that, you know, we've always thought that air flight was a safe bet. Airports were a safe bet. But nowadays, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. I got a lot of flights coming up, but I'm definitely going to take them because I still believe in the airports and the air flights and the, you know, the pilots of these planes. And these small incidents won't deter me from, you know, jumping on an airplane. But I kind of think that all of the news footage and everything else is kind of trying to deter you from traveling. And I'm not sure if we should take that advice. All right, guys, I'm going to let y'all get up out of here. Please like, share, subscribe to videos for me. Hit me in the DMs if you have any questions. And I'm out. Peace.